Welcome friends. In this video, I am going to tell about Python class and objects. Very important topic inside a Python, and Python is also supports object-oriented features. Lots of features there is going to be supported inside a Python. So how we declare the class, how we declare the objects inside a Python. If you are not any understanding about the object-oriented programming, please watch my C++ series, which are in concept of a Hindi, but in upcoming time I also developing as a English form. So don't worry. So small amount I will tell here what is object-oriented programming. So what is object-oriented? If the particular programming language follows class, object, methods, messaging, inheritance, abstractions, encapsulation, reusability concept. These are the mostly object-oriented programming features. If some programming languages, if any programming languages supports these features, then that particular language is called as a object-oriented programming language. So inside Python, how it supports this OOPS concept and how it generally declares the properties of a class, methods of a class, how to access the properties of a class, how to access the methods of a class. We go through this particular session. Okay, so let's start. First of all, I will create one class that is name as a class, that's a declaration, that's a keyword, and after that class then give in a name that is called a class name. That is, suppose there is a student is the class name. Okay, inside the student class name I will create some properties like role and name. Okay, these are the properties, and initialize with default values. Initialize with default values. After that you have to create one method. I create one method here. That method is name, it starts with a def keyword, and then after that the name of that method is suppose to input. There is a method, and inside this class method you have to pass an argument that is called a self. Okay, that's a reference to this class, that is reference to this class properties. Okay, that's a reference to the class properties, methods, okay, to calling the other methods, but yes, self is refers to the class properties and methods. So you have to pass mandatory inside the functions which are general declaration inside the class. Then how to initialize? I will take it as self dot role equal to, you can initialize it in way, otherwise you take as a input from the keyboard. Input from the keyboard. Enter roll number. Okay, then self dot name equal to string input, enter student name. Fine. Then def stud output, which shows you okay, stored output which shows you as a all the input through the keyboards that is assigned to the role and name, and display it here. Okay, all the information shows on here. Fine, so let's do it. Print within that bracket you have to write down as a self dot roll comma self dot name double quote comma role of student, name of student. Okay, Role of student and name of student. Fine. Then how to access all these things? We need a object. Always remember, when you creating a class, that is the creating the template, creating the abstract view of that particular object. What is the object? Object having the real world entities which have some existence. That's a physical and logical entities. Physical means that they are touchable, and which are not touchable, intangible. Okay, tangible and intangible. So student you can take as a role name, but when you enter the all the information inside this student properties, how to exist that student when I am going to create an object. Okay, when I am going to create an object, the existence comes to take place, and after that you can access all the properties of that particular student. Okay, so first of all you have to declare the s equal to student. Okay, then s dot, you can access properties directly through this dot operator. The dot is the connector to connect the class properties and method by help of the object. So here I only call the stud input, then s dot stud output. Fine. After that you can start, you can run it. Okay, so let's, I can do the run. Okay, here I will enter the role. Suppose 1, 2, 3, any number. Name, QWERTY, okay, QWERTY or keypad. When it is going to display roll number of student 231 and name of student QWERTY keypad. Okay, understood how the entire class is going to be work, and the entire class how it is going to be declaration, and the object is going to be declaration. Very important, you have to remember all these points, because it's a very important concept in a python, where you going to writing any code, there is somehow cases arises there. You have to declare all these particular things in this way. Okay, so class is very important, object is how to going to declare to access the properties and methods of a class, and this is the process, very simple way you can create in this way. Okay, so upcoming time we have to cover all the different class object properties and features. Okay, so if you have any doubt, go through the comment box and type there. Please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you.